don't think it's their fault, but like they'll learn, man.
And also one thing, guys, Mr. South Africa, those guys were not in charge of the looks. Like
welcome to the checklist. I'm Mpile.
This is Tivo.
And you're back with us on the checklist. If you're new here, welcome. If you're a regular, thank you for tuning in again. Please don't forget to follow us on Instagram at the checklist11. Let's get into this video.
So, you know that we are always here and we are in charge of
why do
the pageants.
Why do you always make that voice? Just talk naturally.
No, I am natural. We are in charge of the pageants. So if you took a look at the title, we are here talking about the lack of diversity that was discussed on Twitter regarding Mr. South Africa.
Yeah.
So we had to do a young, freedom Mkhonto vibe.
Oh my god, no. That's just wrong.
Freedom vibe going on because we're talking about racial topics. But anyways, let's get into this. So people on Twitter were in an uproar regarding the lack of diversity in Mr. South Africa. So what happened was that they were complaining that the finalists of Mr. South Africa, which aired on the 28th of November, were not diverse and they were not a representation of what South Africa has to offer. And also I went back to look at the top 10 finalists. Say that the top 10 finalists were also not as diverse. But then I went further and I looked at the top 30 finalists. So the top 30 finalists was a very broad, diverse. I mean, there were lots of chocolate scrumptious men there. But we'll get into the commentary. No, I'm gonna get into the commentary and the opinion at the end to explain why why I think this is the case, why there were only one group of demographics that actually won the competition.
Okay. So the top 3 finalists are De Villiers Koster, Lee Jordan Jacobs, and Hannes van der Walt. So judging from the names, you can already hear these 3 men, which demographic they fall under. Yes. So this is what Mr. South Africa had to say about this. They said in an article they said all the claims were completely false. They said the allegations of racism in our organization or competition are completely false. Racism has no place in the world, even less so in our organization. In the world, I don't understand that part because it's still alive. Mr. South Africa's finalists are selected based off challenge scores, public votes, and judges' scores to ensure a fair competition for all men to enter. It is completely overlooked that 4 of our finalists are people of color, 2 of our title holders are people of color, 2 of our 2020 judges are women of color, 3 of our partnering brands are owned and run by women of color. Not that color of someone's skin makes any difference. We are all human and we strive to unite South Africa to build a better country for generations to come.
Okay.
So that's what they had to say.
So because we are in charge of the pageants, and I'm particularly in charge of the pageants.
Whatever.
The statement, I think they could have done a little bit better with the statement, but I've got no, let's say, I've got no other way for them to have said it, any other way. But what I can say is that going forward, I can give like a few tips regarding Mr. South Africa, and I think they're not at fault. I think the problem is that for me, when I look at it, so the voting process actually is a viewer voting process. So they actually put up the names of the people and then you have to send in your votes. So what I gathered from these guys winning, from 3 white guys winning, that shows that the demographic of people that actually watch Mr. South Africa are a set group of people. So it's not watched by a diverse group of people in South Africa. So therefore the outcome is already it's already predetermined. And then secondly, we could also see that with Miss South Africa, the demographic is actually, it's actually a mixed group of people that actually do watch, because the girls' top 10 finalists were actually more of a diverse group of girls
and top 3.
So I think maybe there's something that's falling flat, that they can't market it to other groups of South Africa, of South Africans that might be interested in watching it. Or it's not, because it didn't reach me. I didn't even know that Mr. South Africa
exists.
So, and also I think for me personally, if I was to join a competition, I wouldn't join a competition where I know it's said that a group of people are going to be propelled more than me myself. It's like if Steven Delan came up with like a modeling competition, we all know like which group of South Africans watch Steven Delan, which is like an Afrikaans group of people, which might be colors and white people. So if they did a competition where we had to choose people, most people would appeal to the people that they see. Sadly, because in South Africa, racial tension still exists, and racial segregation still exists. We can even look at the Brackenfell High School saga, where they did a matric dance for only the white students. So we connect sometimes more, most of us, with people of our same color background and all of that, which is like a global thing anyways. It's not only a South African thing, but it is what it is. So we can't blame them there. I think what they could have done also is maybe got a diverse group of judges and rather let them judge and not let the audience judge.
You're right.
Then maybe we could say that you guys are racist or whatever, but I don't think personally that the full blame is on them. I think the full blame is the voting process. They didn't have oversight over the voting process. So that's what I think.
Maybe they'll learn something from this, and maybe next year it'll be different. Maybe they'll bring like different judges, different people, or they'll bring like a different system of voting. So like it's a learning lesson. I don't think it's their fault, but like they'll learn, man.
Also, one thing, guys, Mr. South Africa, those guys were not in charge of the looks. Like if anything, never mind. No. The quality of those guys, top 30. I saw 6 packs. I saw melty, I saw butter, I saw cocoa butter, I saw, you know, milk, chocolate, Cadbury, you know, I saw very nice 10.
But top
10,
3.
I was like, not you, hard.
No.
Oh, not Van der Vaart. Like, I mean, not in that sense,
Yes.
but I mean somebody that you just see walking down the street
Yeah.
and you just like,
Yeah.
there wasn't that, you know, that thing. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm always, you know, readily available and willing to, you know, panel and look at all of these selections.
Oh
But
my
anyways,
God.
this is what we think about Mr. South
Yeah,
Africa.
please let us know what you guys think in the comment section.
Because,
if
you know, we
have
always like
anything
a good
else.
pageant.
Yes, we do. Don't forget to follow us at the Checklist 11 on Instagram. Thank you for watching this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, we also appreciate. See you in another video. Bye.
Bye.